man, not a minute too early. The guys up there have already seen me. If we're unlucky, they will have reported me, and we'll have the bounty hunters after us.
You mean you will have bounty hunters after you?
Ah, come on, don't fool around. Those guys don't take prisoners.
What are you planning now?
There is a guy called Wyatt I need to find. That ass bag is the one distributing the contracts on me up there in the fort. I want to find out who paid him. I want you there with me in the background.
I have a better idea. I speak with Wyatt, and you stay in the background.
All right. Okay, that will work. Let's go.
Now?
Let's not fight. We have to do it quickly. I can feel a target on my back even now. If those guys recognize me, we may have trouble, so be careful. This way.
Welcome, brave traveler. Though you have walked far and the journey has been hard, you have now arrived in paradise. That'll be 200 shards admission, please.
Just pay him. He'll only hang around otherwise. 200 shards seems like a good deal just to get rid of him.
You should listen to him. He talks sense, he does.
Pay him before he starts thinking we're friends.
Here, 200 shards.
200 shards to enter paradise. Have a day of dreams, and remember the man who made it all possible. Me.
Tell me about this place.
Like what? What do you want to know?
What do you think I should know?
Right. Okay, so, where do I begin? Do you know about Baxter? Bloody Baxter? He used to be in charge here. Baxter turned the fort into what it is today. Before that, they were just a bunch of ruins, full of scrap. A place to piss in out of the desert sun. But with a vision, a dream, and just a touch of sadistic, overly brutal ass-kicking, Baxter turned a piss pot into a gold mine.
So, what happened to Baxter?
The Duke happened. The Duke and his family. The Duke had the muscle, the connections, the firepower. And that sister of his? Nasty. She had the brains. Found the weak spots in the defenses and brought the Duke's men right in here. So Baxter got out. Fuck knows where he is now. Probably dead under a rock. But things aren't too bad under the Duke's leadership, I suppose. Life can be good if you don't cross him or his people.
Tell me about his people.
Well, there's his twin sister, Nasty. She can handle herself, but I get the sense she's bored in here. She looks after planning and things, but she's restless. Oh, and don't try talking to her unless you have something real to say. She can't stand small talk. Or people who don't get to the point. The point being shards, or fighting. Then there's his cousin, William. Plays the big man. And there's his favorites. Chloe, Blake, Big Jim, and Mad Bob. Just don't go calling Bob Mad Bob to his face. When you're talking to him, he's the scrap baron. And you know, they all make shards, so we all make shards. And there's talk about plans. Plans to make the fort something big. What with the Alb attacks and the clerics stealing our stuff, I think we're getting ready to show them we shouldn't be fucked with. So, right, there you are. Does that cover it?
Can you buy Elix here?
Elix? Only if you want fuel for your next trip. The Doc's the best chemsmith here. He mixes Elix into all sorts of things. You can jack it and not worry about turning into an Alb. That Doc, he knows what Elix should really be used for. Freeing your mind. And that Alb converter is gonna help us all find freedom. Woohoo!
You're not afraid of the Albs?
Afraid? Fuck. I'm shit scared of them. I'm not an idiot. I don't want to die. And yeah, other people feel that way too. They stay away from the converter and the Helix. Those Albs stuff their converter with everything that contains Helix, right? So they're doing the work for us. They set the machine up, we take the Helix. We liberate our minds. That's gotta be what the Duke is thinking. Why else would he let them stay there? He'll wait until that Helix is ready. Then we'll use our explosives to blast their asses back to Xacor.
And the people that end up in the converter don't bother you?
Screw them! Assholes were dumb enough to get caught. Dumbasses.
Come on.
The fort. Here squat the outlaws of Tavor. Shit.
That shitbag. Wyatt is over there.
Then I will talk to him.
Okay, but be careful.
Yeah? What do you want?
What do you know about a contract taken out on an outlaw called Ray?
Who did you say?
Ray, from Tavor.
Ah, that guy. Are you here to collect or just get information on the reward?
Let's say I have an interest in making sure nothing happens to him.
That is charming. And is there a part where you tell me what that has to do with me?
They say you are distributing these contracts, and that there's quite a high sum set out on his head.
Hey, don't fool around.
You don't look like you're joking around, huh? Is that bum even paying you anything to come here and make a fool of yourself? But good. I don't want any trouble with you. Say what you want and just get out, okay?
How many of these contracts do you have left?
Just one more.
Give it to me.
You know me giving you this is useless. The other contracts are already out there.
You want me to hurt you, and then you give me the contract?
All right. Take it. For all the good it'll do you.
Tell us who has the rest of these contracts.
Oh, enough. They've been going faster than the offer of free beer.
Who told you to distribute these?
You mean I should tell you the name of a person who takes out contracts on someone who upsets them? Can you see why I might say no to that?
So, you're not behind this hit. You're just a middleman.
That's me. Missed a transaction. And now we'll get out of here if that's okay. So have a good one.
A contract. Not wanted alive, wanted dead. It's for an outlaw by the name of Ray.
Excellent.
Are you still trying to tell me you don't know who is trying to kill you?
What? Yeah, honestly, I really don't know. Why would I go chasing Wyatt otherwise?
The contract taken out on you says to contact W for payment.
W? That could be Wyatt, but no. If Wyatt got the job to put this hit out there, then I know who gave him the contract. Wyatt and I were on the same crew at one time. We were part of Jackson's gang. They were bad times, and the earnings were slim. In the end, I left the group just before they all drifted away looking for better earnings. Wyatt must still be in contact with those guys.
If you knew all of this before, then why did you drag me here?
I didn't know for sure, still don't. And coming here to find out might have got me killed over the wrong idea.
So, how do you think this will play out now?
Listen, I know I owe you. And I know I will only survive this with solid company. So I am going to stick with you until my debt over the armor is paid off, okay? I'll help you. I'll fight alongside you. In return, you help me find Jackson's old boys and collect all the copies of this contract.
You stole my armor and left me for dead. You already owe me.
I know. and I will pay you double what they're worth in return, as well as helping you. What do you say?
I guess it's the best deal I will get from you.
Wow, that even sounds like optimism. And that from an ice block. It seems my brother was right. You really are normal people behind your frozen facade. Okay then, tell me where I should go and I am there.
I have a camp.
Yeah, I already know where you stole your things.
You were watching me?
Hey, I sort of gathered you might be pissed at me. I thought knowing where you were might stop you doing something you'd regret.
I know I'll regret this. You have a brother?
Yeah, Tom. He's all that's left of my family.
Is he as messed up as you?
Oh no, he's much worse. I'm always having to get him out of trouble.
Right.
How do you think we're doing working together? You have proven to be moderately reliable. Remembering that you are an Alb would make you more efficient. Alb attacks on the free people have decreased. Something must have happened in the Ice Palace since I was last there. The question is, what?
You should go to the camp in Idan.
Yes.
Follow me.
Yeah, sure.
Be safe out there.
What goods have you got?
Yeah, sure.
It's good to see you.
What goods have you got?
But of course.
If someone walks out without covering their bill again, I'll take it from your pay. Or I'll send you to Mad Bob to have the equivalent cut out of you. You know we can't afford shortfalls right now. I am so sick of having to deal with this sort of thing. Be straight with me and you'll get the same bag.
I heard he was sleeping around. No surprise he got himself in trouble.
Really? Now?
What the fuck are you looking at? Buy a drink, get a life, or get the fuck out of here. All right?
Who got you so angry?
Angry? This isn't angry. This is mildly pissed at the inequalities of life. This is years of dealing with dicks, dorks, drug addicts, and fucked up accidents waiting to happen. Which category do you fall into? Or are you just passing through?
Any advice on how I should get a life?
Don't take a job in this bar. Don't listen to anything anyone in this fucking town has to say. And don't waste the time of the few good, honest, hard-working people you can find here. Any more advice, you can pay for by buying a drink.
What is this place?
This is the place. The place of dreams. The place of love, laughter, and infinite possibility. If you want to forget all your troubles and live the life your days in the desert have earned, then this is the place to do it. Just make sure you hand over your shards, or Mad Bob will be taking your hands. Clear?
So, you're in charge of this place?
You sound surprised. Don't you think I'm capable of running this palace of pleasure? You're not the first. But don't worry, I know exactly how to keep all the fleas jumping in this little circus.
Why do people call him Mad Bob?
You keep using that name. You will make him mad. Just call him Bob, if you don't want to end up bleeding into the desert sands.
Why have the outlaws stayed here in this desert?
You think we're the only ones trying to take things? Albs, clerics, berserkers, they all take what they want. What is there to steal in Tavar? sand and ruins and wreckage. So, here we get to be free.
Is there anything you need doing around here?
Well, we always need muscle. But I don't have the shards to cover more staff. If you want to earn something, go to William. I'm in charge of this district, but he knows what is going on across the whole fort.
Teach me something.
All right.
What can I get you?
Is there a problem?
No problem. If you're here for a drink or chems, speak to me. If you're here on business, talk to Chloe.
What do you have to offer?
Everything that clouds your judgment. Alcohol, chems, name your poison.
Show me what you have to offer.
No problem.
I don't recognize your face. Are you with Bloody Baxter or Logan the Duke?
Who is Baxter?
You really aren't from around here, are you? Baxter the Bloody. He founded the camp here. They say he killed over a dozen jackals with his bare hands. Pulled their innards out through their throats, and yet a man as brave as that turned and ran.
Ran from what?
From the Duke. Logan kicked Baxter out of the fort and took over. And then the Duke sent jackals out after him. So they say. But you will have to decide how much of that is true.
Who is Logan?
You don't know who Logan is? Logan's the Duke. You didn't think the Duke's name was just the Duke, did you?
I'm not with anyone.
Really? No one? Well, as you're new here, then you should try and get the full picture. Don't take people's word for anything until you've got the facts, yeah? Life under Bloody Baxter's rule matched his name. It was bloody. The Duke, with Nasty's helping him with planning, well, they've changed things here. So, what do you want?
Let's do some business. Are you ready to trade?
What the fuck do you want?
Power, shards, and an easy life. How about you?
Already got them. They're overrated. I really don't like small talk, so tell me what you want or leave me the fuck alone.
Who the fuck are you?
You really want to know who I am? You really want to know? Tough shit.
I was hoping at least one person in the fort knows what's going on. Are you that person?
Maybe. Listen, I meet a dickhead a day who tries lines on me. So unless you've got some real business, or unless my brother the Duke sent you, take the talk to someone else.
Sure. Okay.
Come back when you've got business. Don't hassle me with anything trivial. We don't want to fall out.
Yeah, good job.
Hey, you. Do you have a few shards for me?
Shit, Rat. Go work for your money.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. Listen to Ray here. Always good for life guidance is Ray. Never has people wanting to kill him. Always rolling in shards. Always the best person for advice.
Why should I give you shards?
Because sometimes friendships can be bought. And in Tavar, you need friends to help you up, to stay alive. Doubly so in times like these because, oh, times are a-changin', and when the rats leave this sinking ship, This rat will plug the holes and take the whole damn boat, and then you'll really want this rat as your friend. So how about those shards now, then?
Okay, take this.
Thanks, friend. I won't forget this. Rats never forget. And this rat will take you with him to the stars.
Hey, that was great.
Halt! Not so fast. What do you want in the fort?
Spike is giving me trouble at the other gate.
What sort of trouble? Was he trying to get shards out of you?
Yes.
That ass is one of Baxter's men. I don't know why the Duke still tolerates him. I think he scares them. Even William won't try anything with him. Pay him or get out of his way. It's your decision. Just watch your step, and don't annoy the Duke. That'll get him annoyed that I let you in. And I don't need that sort of trouble. So okay, in you go. And remember, make profit, have fun, and don't cause any shit that will blow back on me.
What are you doing here if you let everyone through?
Staying alive, my friend. I'm staying alive. That's why I got posted to this side of the fort. The other side, that's where the real action is. By the converter. My job? Well, you could do it with a robot and a ticket machine. That'd be great. It'd give me more time off.
Why is the converter so dangerous?
Because of all the creatures there. That, and when the Albs decide to attack us, that's where they'll come from. That'll give them a nice short walk when they drag everyone out of here to throw them into the converter. That's why the gate up there is so well secured. Nobody'll get through the gate there. But as I said, you could manage this gate with a robot. With a robot? Now that is an idea.
What is there here in the fort?
Everything you could ever want. There's the arena in the Fighters District. That's run by Blake, or is it Big Jim? I'm not sure anymore. Then, if you're looking for Alexit, there's the Scrap District, but that's controlled by Mad Bob, and you're better off staying out of his way. And there's the Trading District. I don't know who's managing that these days. Being a boss, an overseer here, tends to be a job for life, if you get my meaning. Except the Duke. He controls everything, and he's going nowhere. Whereas you should go to the best place in the fort, the Entertainment District. Chloe will make sure you're taken care of.
Hey! Stay right there.
Is there a problem?
That's what we're going to find out. You've got 5 seconds to start talking about the Alexit you've brought with you. If you're not worth something, you're not worth anything here. So tell me, do you want to own or be owned? Little Liam here is almost burned out. He needs replacing.
Is this a come-on, or are you trying to work out how much Alexit I've got?
If you had Alexit, you wouldn't be asking questions. You'd be telling people what you're worth. The cage is off limits without my special permission. Time for you to move on. If you're looking for entertainment, try the Entertainment District. It's in the name.
What's the cage for?
Asshole storage. Anyone who messes with the Duke ends up in there. If they're lucky. Bow to the Duke. Hear the Duke. Don't fuck with the Duke.
That's our outlaw version of the Berserker's laws.
Have you thought of setting that to music?
You should ask the Duke. He's famous for his sense of humor.
Do you take many prisoners?
Only where there's a profit. Sometimes to serve as an example to others. But a slit throat and a shallow grave does that better. Frank, over there, is a cleric. He's serving as an example, and he's proving useful sometimes. He has a brain the Duke wants to pick.
How did Frank get here?
The clerics sent some of Kalan's little soldiers over the border. They soon learned the Duke is more powerful than Kalan. His friends ran. We took this one prisoner.
What can the prisoner tell the Duke?
Things about the clerics. It's safer to force the information out of this asshole than to send a patrol to Ignadon. And it shows everyone here that the Duke bows to no one. Oh, yeah. And if this cleric wants to get you involved in anything, don't listen. He promised a set of shards to Bat, and that dipshit of a runner believed him. Bat lasted 3 days in the cage. Weakling.
You know, they say he talks to trees.
You know the rules and you know what happens to people who break them.
That tower is where the Duke lives. Serious man, the Duke.
You're a prisoner here?
Only in body. My mind and spirit are free. I won't waste words on an unbeliever. Kalan will punish you all.
How were you captured?
What does that matter? Unless you were sent here by my legate.
I wasn't sent.
Then my words would be wasted on you. I have no reason to tell you anything. Don't think I'll give you their coordinates or tell you anything else about my brothers in Kalan. So, leave me.
Well, look who we've got here. A newbie. You've got balls walking around out here. The creatures out here tend to eat people who do that. You can relax. We took care of the creatures. That's what we do out here.
Who are you?
People call me Bullet. So, I guess you can do the same.
What do you do here?
We're exterminators. We deal with any creatures that approach the fort. You know, we stop them eating people.
You're not very chatty, are you?
What do you want to talk about? The weather? It's hot. The creatures? They're nasty. The converter? It's an alb curse that attracts monsters. That chatty enough for you? Or do complete strangers always tell you their life history? So, you want to get into the fort?
Yes.
Once you're in, look for William on the bridge out by the scrap district. Tell him we need more men here. Tell him if I don't get them, he should lock his door at night. Because when we're dead, the streets will be full of creatures, and they'll be coming to gnaw off his nutsacks next.
What kind of creatures are we talking about?
Well, you've been out there, and everything out there wants to get in here. But recently, there have been more of those animals with machines embedded in them. You ask me, it's some sort of plan by the clerics or the elves to wipe us out.
Are you our reinforcements?
No.
Right, of course not. That was too much to hope for.
Does this place get attacked a lot?
What does it look like?
And you're the guard here?
One of them. It depends on the day.
It seems like you're getting messed around.
Everyone gets their strings pulled here in the fort. Sometimes you have to dance the way they want you to. Other times, you have to make a stand. You're still alive, so you must have been getting the balance right. Or are you just a troll? You'll plow through obstacles until you get killed? Either way, you're alive. That makes you a survivor.
Well, excellent. Another desert fly landing here thinking he's found something for free. You're just lucky you aren't a berserker. I hate those forest rats. They're almost as much trouble as the clerics.
You have problems with clerics?
Berserker, cleric. They're both trying to squeeze us out of Tavar. They want to take us out. One needs men, and the other wants our land.
Who wants your men?
The clerics are short of new recruits. Didn't you know that? But they can forget getting them from here. They're not getting a single man while I'm here to stop them. I am William. I am the Duke's cousin. The Duke is in charge around here, and I'm gonna make sure he stays in charge. We are outlaws.
Who's the Duke?
You're new here, so listen closely. The Duke runs this place and all of Tavar. He freed this place from Baxter's tyranny. He is just and he is profitable. Which makes you a lucky man. If you turned up when Baxter was in charge, you'd be dead already. That makes the rules here pretty simple. You want the Duke on your side. And the Duke is my cousin, which means you want me on your side. Which means you want to find ways to make a profit.
So you're not the boss here?
Logan is my cousin. That means I am his voice. That means you do what I say. The Duke tells me, I tell you. It gets done. Got it?
Got it. Bullet needs reinforcements outside the gates.
Right. I should have figured he couldn't handle it. How many men does he need?
You need to get them 4 men. That's if you want that gate secured.
That sounds excessive. But you look like someone who knows their way around the wilderness. So I'll agree. 4 men it is. Tell Bullet he will get his reinforcements.
Are you sure you have everything under control here?
Only an idiot thinks they have complete control of anything. This is about stopping all the little crises becoming big ones. And I have one small crisis that I can use an outsider to solve.
What do you need my help for?
I need someone who isn't on the radar when it comes to the district overseers. Some of them are pissed about something. I need someone to deal with that.
Chloe told me you'd have work for me.
Well, then sometimes she is a good judge. Listen to what I have to say, and then you go back to her.
About these district overseers. Who are they?
There's Big Jim. He's in charge of the arena. Chloe, she manages the entertainment district. Then there's Mad Bob. He calls himself the Scrap Baron, and you'd better call him that. People don't call him Mad Bob to his face. Ever. And there's Blake. He takes care of things that need taking care of. They've all earned their place, all proven themselves loyal. But they all have their little problems, and they all want more.
Tell me about Chloe.
Chloe owns her cut of the takings. That's not like her to skip paying her tribute. She knows she's lucky to have the position she has. So I need an outsider to make her pay up. It's a little more diplomatic coming from someone from the outside. And I need someone who isn't scared Chloe'll shut them out of the entertainment district. Ask her for the shards and find out why she's not been paying. If you can't manage that, at least make sure she pays her outstanding debts.
What about Blake?
Say, are you even listening to me? Blake is the only overseer who doesn't make trouble here. He takes care of his own interests and does what people tell him. I only wish they were all like that.
Tell me about Big Jim.
Big Jim. Good fighter. He's kept the arena turning a profit. Only now he's beaten everyone who's challenged him. He thinks he's invulnerable. I've even heard rumors he's claiming he will take over from the Duke. I always knew his ego would be his undoing. I should want him dead. Instead, I want you to fight him. He needs his ego deflating. You're to fight in the name of the Duke, and make sure that you teach Big Jim a lesson before I have to shut him up permanently.
What is the problem with Mad Bob?
Mad Bob, yeah. That is its own chapter. He oversees the scrap deliveries to the fort. They are a big source of profit. Only now there isn't any scrap coming in, and I don't know why. The desert might be dry of water, but there's no way it's dry of scrap.
Speak to him and find out what's happening.
I'm afraid he isn't delivering because nobody will work for him. But maybe it's something else. If you can get Mad Bob to start making deliveries again, I promise that will earn you a good reward.
Let's assume I join you. What happens then?
Then you will start as a runner, like everyone else. If you want to become an enforcer, you will have to earn that privilege. But to each who proves themselves, there comes profit. There comes trust. There comes armor and weapons. So earn your way and take the profit.
What if I want to join the Outlaws?
We don't take people from other factions. But yeah, we're looking for new people. Getting rid of Baxter meant getting rid of his men. So, prove yourself to me and you can swear loyalty to the Duke. You'll find it profitable. None of the other factions will give you the sort of freedom you can get here.
Or the profit.
Or the profit. Not the Albs, they're separatists. Not the clerics or the berserkers. The fort is where the real power lies.
I got you your reinforcements.
Good. Every man counts. The more of us there are, the less chance there is of me lining some monster's digestive tract. So, you might just have saved my ass.
Is everything okay with us?
I don't know. You tell me. I mean, you've not tried to kill me, so that's gotta be good, right? We shouldn't hang around here too long. Staying in one place is never a good idea.
You should go to the camp in Idan.
Of course.
Hey, you. Nasty wants to speak to you.
Does she? And do I want to speak to her?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You want to speak to her.
All right. Then I'll speak to her. I was told to speak to you.
I've heard about what you've been doing here. You've blown into Tavar and stirred things up. Most newcomers start at the bottom and take years to crawl up. You're making enemies here. You know that? Some people are getting upset by your successes.
Yeah.
Yet here you are, already getting people to trust you. Question is, are you going to stay and help build things here in the fort? Or blow out of here as quickly as you blew in?
You want to ask me if I'll blow away? Come on. You can do better than that.
You've got a whole lot of mouth, haven't you? We're going on a little trip, you and me. Then, we'll find out who you really are.
When do we go?
This is the way you prove to me you're ready to stay. And that it's worth the Duke keeping you on. This is the time to prove it. Okay?
So the Duke is your brother. Is he your own relation here?
William's my cousin, but it takes more than blood to make you a relation. William works for the Duke. He gets things done his way, I get things done my way.
I'm ready to go.
Okay, I'll see you outside, in front of the city. So, friend, as you can see, that area over there is infested by large, ugly creatures with a taste for human flesh. What you have to do now is simple. Go there and kill them. Think you can handle that?
Yeah, I can handle that.
Okay, so stop talking about it and make it happen.
Did I pass your test?
That's a start. Come and see me when you've recovered. Maybe Tavar does have a use for you. We'll soon find out.